My name is Sean G. I am the president of Live Nation Urban. And this discussion is super special to me because everyone on this panel that we're speaking with today has supported me in my career over the years. So it's going to be a great conversation. It's going to be a real conversation. So I want to dive right in. Why aren't there more Black people in production?
All the jobs that I've ever gotten opportunities were based on a direct relationship that I have either with the artists or management. And most of those artists who've given me opportunities have been Black. Be it that we have been able to navigate in this business on a level that we have, it hadn't stopped us from working or making a successful career and a positive brand for ourselves. But to answer your question, why we don't see us on some of those other tours is because the team that's behind there are not looking for us to fill those voids in those positions.
I believe some of it is just people don't even see you. You know what I mean? I can't even say people are just racist, which that happens too. But a lot of racism is just, I don't even see you. I don't have no Black friends. I don't know why there's no Black people, because I don't know no Black people.
What responsibility do you feel the artist has when they walk into an arena or a room or rehearsal to look around and say, wait a minute, time out?
In the early 90s, I started working with MC Hammer. He told the production manager, he said, if I'm paying people, I want to see color faces in every department. And that's where my eyes really start opening up on more diversity in this industry.
Now you have a lot of artists that are very active in what happens around them. They pay attention. Most artists don't pay attention. All they know is when they walk in that it works. They don't know who put it together. And I think that most Black artists should look at who's on their team.
I think it's not only up to the artist, but it's also up to, if we're in the space, educating the artist on, hey, you know, Black people do this too.
Educating the artist is going to be important in sort of pushing through this and making sure that those decisions are made.
Now, I think right now we're in a different climate, you know, just based on what has transpired this year with Black Lives Matters and everything. So maybe we have a new day, hopefully, and things will change.
One of the initiatives that my team with Live Nation Urban, we're working on, Bill Reeves and Roadies of Color, they have an amazing database of production individuals that folks can hire, right? Then there's Jerome Crooks, he has a database, and Noel Skaggs. And so what we're going to do is build this, you know, for lack of a better term, Black tour directory, where we're combining all of these individual databases of Black tour managers, production managers, stage techs, lighting designers, you know, makeup artists, all of these individuals that are Black, that are in this game, and that are great at what they do. Once that resource is created, I can only speak for the company that I'm partnered with. I'm gonna hold them accountable. You know, because now you can no longer say, I don't know any. I can speak for what I can do personally, but I think if we all do that, if we take some of these coalitions that are being formed, you know, these labels, these artists, these agencies, and say, look, here's the resource. Here's thousands. You know, now you have to choose, you know, you have to. There's no choice. So how important is it for, you know, us as a collective, for you as individuals to sort of groom the next generation of production folks?
I think it's knowing that the job exists. I didn't know that it was something I wanted to do. I get tons of Black women who call me and I try to put them into the stream. You gotta use people for what they're good at. And that's been kind of my motto. I'll grab people with no experience, size them up, you know, have a clinical psych degree. I'm like, you would probably work here.
Most of our young kids in schools right now, they don't know anything about behind the scenes. If they can make a really good living and live comfortable and travel and see the world, all they know is the rapper and the singer that's with the microphone, you know? And that's the sad thing about it. And once one of them or two of them get exposed, they take a like to it right away.
I think ultimately we have to plant these seeds because it's these seeds that's going to change it from a generational perspective.
Exactly.
Right.
But we know the problem is time for solutions. So I'm going to take a turn now and just talk about the current times. COVID. Live Nation formed Crew Nation, which was created just to try to lend a helping hand to crews, you know, that were impacted by touring. We've all been impacted.
This virus has changed our priorities for everybody in life. You know, from what we normally did, there's a new life that's going to happen now,
right,
post COVID-19. Hopefully we're all ready for it.
This is something that we rarely get in terms of having this downtime. We don't get this. I mean, because we work all the time. Just being able to take advantage of the different things that are out there to learn and grow. And I'm trying to come out of this thing a little bit more informed than I was before going into it. I'm a plant-based eater anyway, so hell, give me some damn vegetables. I'm cool. I got a garden in the backyard, and I'm proud as hell at my garden.
First show back. You get to design the show. You get to tell me what artist. You get to tell me what venue. Curtis, what's that first show back?
Drake.
I heard you loud and clear.
I can do Drake at any stadium in the world. So,
Tina Ferris, what's your first show back?
They call me for the Antibes Jazz Festival, and they're like, Tina, please take over and bring Sid and Steve Lacy and Thundercat and Anderson.Paak and Mariba. And then we kick it on the beach in the Mediterranean.
Wonderful.
Come on, Live Nation Urban, let's do it.
I was about to say, that sounds like a great idea. Big Reed.
I'd like to get Kendrick Lamar back up and going. I'd really like to see him. It's a new day in that, you know, with him, and I'd like to see that get up and going and be successful.
Huggy.
Marry Tony Braxton, Aruba Jazz Fest. Like Tina says, sitting out on the beach for about a week, chilling.
Yes.
Personally, I want to see Jill Scott doing Who is Jill Scott at the Hollywood Bowl. Y'all got to see that show. Vic saw the show. Y'all got to see that show. I want to be in one of those boxes. I want a wine. I want all of it. I want the whole, give me 2 boxes, actually. You know what I mean? Vic, you got to reserve 2 boxes for me, Vic.
You got it. No worries. No worries.